The Bears are actually making moves, and it's surprising to me, and I'm sure it's surprising to you. We're used to the same old Bears, but not this year, not 2024. Through week one of the NFL free agency, it's clear that the Bears are putting together an all-star caliber team. A team people from all over the world and not just Chicago actually want to see. Anyone who tried to watch the Bears offense last year could at least say they saw three really good things. They have a top 10 wide receiver, they have a top 10 tight end, and a top 10 run blocking offensive line. So what did they do in the free agency? They focused on one thing that becomes very important when you get late in the season and the playoffs. Trust me, as a Cowboys fan, I know, and that's depth. They got Keenan Allen to pair with DJ Moore. They got DeAndre Swift to pair with Khalil Herbert, and they got Gerald Everett to pair with Cole Kmet. Each position group arguably becomes top 5, and you can't say that without each one of these moves. I mean, I don't know if everybody knows Keenan Allen, but dude's easily a top 10, 15 receiver still. He's just a little older right now, but you can tell he can still play. He can still embarrass you. And this tight end, Cole Kmet, I mean, he's getting better every year. He's not going to run by you and flash you or any of that, but he's a good football player. He's definitely somebody who you can rely on, and there's nothing wrong with having a good backup behind him. And DeAndre Swift went to the Lions, went to the Eagles. Probably not somebody who you say, okay, one back, 3 downs, but a supplemental back for sure. He can catch it out the backfield, and he's a home run threat, which he's shown multiple times throughout his career. Chicago just made moves, and they made the right moves. They made the easy move. They even decided to, you know what, let's keep players. Let's keep our star cornerback, one of our star cornerbacks. Let's keep him and make sure he's still with our young corner who was voted Team Rookie of the Year. Let's keep this core together. But there's still one very big piece that's missing, and that just so happens to be the most important position in sports. It's the quarterback. Justin Fields may go on to become a great quarterback. I'm sure nobody wishes him anything but the best. And maybe history shows there's a chance that he can have a slow start as a number 1 quarterback and become great. But it's rare. But if the Bears want to go from not making the playoffs to making the playoffs this year, they must get a quarterback who can throw consistently and accurately from the pocket. That doesn't mean he has to be Patrick Mahomes year 1. It doesn't mean he has to be CJ Stroud year 1. The question is, for any number 1 quarterback that starts in this league, can he be top 15? Which brings us to Caleb Williams. The star quarterback from USC is projected by most to be the Bears pick at number 1 overall. And if he's not going to be the number 1 pick, whoever gets drafted number 1 who's not named Caleb Williams is not going to have the same pressure. Caleb Williams has all the hype. Typically, when you get drafted number 1, you get a bad team, or at least a team with unproven offensive weapons. A team with a bad offensive line who just gives up sacks, like a Derek Carr, for an example, or David Carr. This is not that team. The Chicago Bears of 2024 are poised to be the Houston Texans of 2023. No playoffs the year before, draft a star quarterback, playoffs the following year. The recipe is already there. They're already stirring up the pot, and Caleb Williams just so happens to be that key ingredient that everybody thinks is going to go right in and take them to the playoffs. The talent is there. Of course, you got to stay healthy. But Caleb Williams just stays focused and gets acclimated to his team and proves to them that he's a leader. Oh, you're going to get a very, very motivated and inspired team and a fan base that's eager and hungry to actually celebrate a team who has a possibility of not just making the playoffs, but maybe even the Super Bowl. The world will be watching. I know I will.